The content on this day trading YouTube channel is for educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice. Day trading involves substantial risk, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Consult a qualified professional before engaging in any trading activities. We do not guarantee the accuracy or reliability of the information provided, and trading should only be done with capital you can afford to lose. By accessing this channel, you agree to take full responsibility for your own trading decisions.
Good day, traders. Today, I want to talk about something that's going to potentially transform the landscape for small account day traders. And if you haven't heard already, I'm actually talking about the plan to reduce the pattern day trading threshold from 25,000 to $2,000. Right? This is going to be big. This is going to be something that is going to affect the entire market. We're probably going to see an increase in volume because of this, an increase of traders, and we're going to see, unfortunately, an increase of people who are going to be blowing up their accounts. All right. So before I get into exactly what's going on and what is potentially ahead of us, I want to get into exactly what the PDT rule is. So a pattern day trader is an investor who makes four or more day trades, which is buying and selling the same security within the same day, within a 5-day business period. Right. So Monday through Friday. Um, the activity triggers the FINRA pattern day trading rule, which requires the investor's margin account to maintain a minimum of $25,000. And that's the part that's big, right? So, as small account traders, a lot of us don't have an expendable $25,000 to put into their brokerage. And then you have to stay above that $25,000. So, if you go below it, $24.99, you can be hit with the PDT rule and locked out of your account if you continue to violate the rule. So what they'll do is restrict you from further day trading, and they can restrict you for up to a month if you make a certain amount of these things per week. If you trigger that PDT rule a certain amount of times. Okay. So what they consider a day trade is a trade that occurs when you buy and sell the same equity multiple times per day. So buy, sell, same thing. Apple, Tesla, buy, sell, same thing. Apple, Tesla, buy, sell, same thing. Apple, Tesla. That'll put you at you up to the wall on the pattern day trading rule. And then if you buy, sell Tesla, buy, sell Apple, Tesla again, you have now triggered uh, the PDT rule by FINRA. Okay. Um, This is a big problem for beginner traders. It was put into play, obviously, to protect smaller account traders, but it's a problem because you never really get a chance to get your feet wet and to make the amount of trades that you need to kind of learn. I believe that trading takes the reps. You could do it in the sim, which is cool, but it's never going to truly be a truly accurate representation of what it feels like, the emotions and everything that comes along with being actually or trading actual capital, right? Um, and these brokerages are required by law to track your day trading activity and to report you to the PDT, or I'm sure they'll receive some type of huge fine if they don't. Okay. So again, investor protection. It says here that the rule is established by FINRA to protect the less experienced investor from high risks and potentially large losses associated with frequent day trading, especially when using borrowed funds in a margin account. So with your margin accounts, it really depends on the broker how much leverage they'll give you in a margin account. And if you were to use that type of leverage, and you're not experienced and don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get a margin called very soon. You could get into a trade, it can go against you quickly, and you'll lose all your capital as well, and possibly even more, and you'll be margin called, where you'll potentially owe your brokerage money. So to protect you against heightened volatility and to protect, like I said, less experienced traders. Again, so account restrictions we have here. Uh, if your account falls below at 25,000, your brokerage can restrict you and will restrict you. Okay, unless you have like a offshore broker or something like that. But if you're trading in a U.S. broker, and you hit that PDT trigger, you will be restricted. Okay. So what I do to get around this, and what I've historically done to get around this, is I open up a cash account, right? And in the cash account, you can take the same trade. You could take those multiple trades per day up until you expend your actual cash reserves that you have in there. So if I open a account and I put 2,000 bucks in there, and I trade a $10 stock, in and out 20 times or 200 times, um, I could do that as long as it's doesn't go over what the funds that are available in the moment in my account. So as long as I go up to that 2,000 and not above, I can continue to trade. But once I hit that $2,000, whatever's in my account with a cash account, then I'd have to wait till the next day in order to trade that 2,000 bucks again, which that works for me because that gives me a bunch of trades and it allows me to sit and get the seat time in and allows me to get the reps in. So what I used to recommend for folks to do was just, take $1,000, $2,000, open up a cash account and just trade that thousand, trade that 2,000 bucks, and until you're done with it for the day, or until you hit your target, your goal for the day. It'll reset on a T1 cycle. It'll reset, and then the next day you could trade that same 2,000 bucks over again. Okay, and that's the way I would handle that historically. But now what we're looking at is FINRA's looking to change this and has indicated that they will be changing it if it's as long as the SEC doesn't have an issue with it. They will be lowering that amount of capital you have to 2,000 bucks, which is going to be great for all of us. It's going to allow you to not have to worry about the PDT rule and allow you to actually day trade with significantly less capital than in prior years. Right. This is going to be big for the stock market. This is going to be big for day trading. Um, I do see potentially an increase of trading volume, which is always a great thing. So we're going to see some things move a little cleaner, in my belief. So the current PDT rule is, I don't know, let's see here, 25 years or so old. It's antiquated, it's outdated, um, and it needs to be changed. And I'm all for this. And I'm sure there's a lot of traders out there who are ecstatic over this because it's going to absolutely change the game. So the players involved here, FINRA, um, the brokers, the SEC. Um, this is going to be big. And I'm pretty sure that this is also going to be big for the brokers. A lot of these brokers are now getting paid on paying for order flow. So the more volume that flows through their system, the more they get to scalp, arbitrage that volume, that trading volume, and the more money they make. So this is going to be good for everybody. It's going to lower the barrier for small investors to actually day trade and to be able to learn with real capital. The simulator's great, but there's nothing like trading with real capital. There's just a different visceral, emotional thing that goes into trading with actual money when you actually have something to lose. Um, there's a lot of guys who can go into the simulator and hey, I made 100 grand in the simulator, and I'm just like, it's because you weren't trading real money and you didn't really have any real um, real skin in the game. There was nothing really on the line there. So this is going to be great for folks with smaller accounts that just want to get their feet wet. All right, so this draft is under review. From what I understand from watching the Boss Ross's videos, the proposal looks like they're giving it the green light. We still have to wait on the SEC to approve it, but it looks like it may potentially go through. I think this is something that a lot of us have wanted for quite some time. And this is gonna, like I said again, it's gonna change the landscape of trading out here. So, in conclusion, reducing the threshold from 25,000 to 2,000 could be one of the most consequential things that's happened in a long time for retail investors. Um, yeah, again, I can't. I mean, I can't say any much more about how great this is going to be for us. I mean, I'm thrilled. I'm actually ecstatic because after all, I put the seat time in, and I feel like I'm going to be able to thrive in that type of environment. And there's going to be a lot of smaller account traders that are going to be able to thrive now in this environment. So I can't wait. One thing to note is that I believe there's going to be the ability for different brokerages to adjust the requirements to some degree um, of how much money you have in your account in order to day trade, especially the brokers who cater to the short traders. So that's something to look out for. But again, this is I believe I believe in the long run, this is going to be great for the whole entire ecosystem. So I'm over the hill for it. I think it's a great thing. Let me know what you guys think. Leave comments below. Let me know how you think about it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Good luck and good trading. Peace.